Hey everybody, welcome to Hilltop Machine Works. Decided to do the first one off camera just to get all my measurements right and see if how deep I wanted to go. I ended up doing 250 thou on the slot. That seems to be pretty good to hold the cards in, and I went an extra like 15 thou on each side in case the business cards are not all the same. Some are maybe a little bit longer. I think that's going to work. That's just my stop I got set up. So I'll go ahead and get this out, get all the chips cleaned up, we'll get one in, and we'll start some milling on camera. Got you set up at a pretty good location, and let's see if you can see that. That's how I kind of had to figure everything out so I could can't get in there because of the stop, not bozo it. So we are good. Let's go ahead and fire it up. First couple passes, no problem. I'm just going down 25 thou each pass, and then I think once I get to about depth of 75 thou, I have to start, evacuating the chips and blowing air. So we'll do a couple passes on camera, and then once I got to blow air, I'll, turn you guys off so you don't have to listen to that. Two flute, 1/4 inch diameter end mill. Coming up on my end number here. Alright, that's it. We'll go down again. Alright, well, you guys get the idea. I'm not going to bore you, but I'm going to continue on. Just figured I'd give you a little milling action here. I'll get the other ones knocked out off camera. Just got wrapped up with the last one. So that part of the operation is done. And I decided to use the $35 white elephant. So it worked out good as a third hand just to hold, air on the part as I milled it. So that way I didn't have to, sit there with the gun all, 7, 8, 9 minutes, however long it took to, do one. So now I get stuff situated, and we'll take the ball end mill because the mailman just came. So I got my end mill in, and we can you know, run that on the bottom of it, so we'll have a good place for this top piece to sit. So hang on. I'm now milling, I guess, the underside slots and using the ball end mill. I'm gone 75 thou deep so far, and if I go any deeper, I'm going to start getting into the engraving over here on this side. So I think that's the depth we're going to have to go. So I've got it set up so I can do the stop, just keep it here. So now I just turn this thing around, and we can rinse and repeat, make it pretty easy. And then clean a little bit. Let's see if I can do this with the camera in the way. Make sure we are square with the world. Looks good. Shrink it down. And take a cut. Last one. Alrighty, doesn't look too bad. Looks like that should work. Sitting right there just nicely. So I'll knock the other 5 out off camera, and then I'll bring you back. Because then since we got this set up and centered, then I can just come back and we're going to drill an undersized 1/8 hole. And I've got that under and over reamer set that I got for Christmas from Santa. So then we'll ream it 124, and we'll do a press fit for you know, 125 dowel pins, and that'll hold these together perfectly. So I'll be back. So the milling operations are done, and now it's time to drill and ream some holes. Got a number 32 machine length drill bit in there, so that's 116 thou. So that gives us an extra 8 thou to ream out for these little dowel pins. Just checking them, and unfortunately they're 1 thou undersize. So hopefully you can see that they're 124. So it's not going to be a press fit, it's just going to be a slide in fit, which means we'll have to do a little Loctite, I guess. So let me go ahead and drill and see what it's going to be like. Yep, helps turn the rotary phase converter on, doesn't it? Houston, we have power. And I'm gonna quill feed this thing with the fine feed. Then I'm gonna go 300 thou deep. The dowel pin is 1/2 inch long. I'll give us a little extra room. Halfway there. Alright, let me get the reamer in and we'll test it out. Well, we may get lucky. Unless it's just got a burr at the top. Just wants to start, so cool. Alright. So I'm just going to flip it around, knock this one out, and then, you know, keep doing it and get all the total 6 done. Time to get back at it. So I've got stop set up. Hopefully you can see that here. And these 3/4 rounds are sitting on a 1/2 inch thick piece of high-speed steel. I figure that's the easiest way to get it lined up and get it repeatable. So we just go ahead and then drill a hole like we did on the main body and ream it. Zero my reamer, get an idea of my depth. Alright, just a rinse and repeat for the other 11. put a new green wheel on, and just using some green compound to really give it some luster. So hopefully you guys can see that. I just did the first one, and man, does she pop. So I'm going to go ahead and do one on camera for you. Watch this end. See how dull it is now? Ba-bam! Need a table. Try that. Alrighty, let me clean it with some acetone and it is going to be nice and shiny. So there she is, all cleaned up. I'm hoping it's not getting washed out. Let me kill the extra light, maybe that'll help just in case. Let me see if that's any better than looking at the monitor. Nice. I'll knock out the other 4. Got you over here at the lathe, so now it's time to clean up the ends and put a radius on them. So I'm just gonna do a light face, get it nice and clean. Come in here with this radius tool and just kind of eyeball it, see what looks good. Going for about 1/8 of an inch. I guess that's how I did the other one. So we got a little more to go. There, that should be it. Yep, alright, works for me. Let's get a file on it. Just break that edge right there. Good old trusty gray Scotch-Brite. Okay, and there you have it. One done, except for a final buff on these. So that's how she's going to look. Sweet. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and knock the other 11 out off camera, and I'll be back with you guys momentarily. So there they are, all wrapped up. So I'm going to now take them over to the buffer and put a buff on them. You've already seen me buff the previous hex, so I'm not going to bother with that filming. So once I get these knocked out, meet me over at the welding table, and we'll go and try to get some paint in the engraved lettering. So all the parts are now done and buffed, and it's time for final assembly, and I am just tapping these in right now. Still got a little bit more to go. Obviously I could take them over to the arbor press, which is probably what I'm going to do after I kind of get them somewhat assembled. So we're about 250 there, 250 there, if you guys can see that. So now, theoretically, this one will go together, boink, and this one will go together, boink. And we got a good snug fit. I got some Loctite if need be, but this is number one, so this will be mine. So we're going to see how she goes. So hopefully it'll start good. I'll go ahead and take you guys over to the arbor press, and we'll press these babies on, and we'll get a first look at our finished product. Got you set up over here at the arbor press. Got a piece of Delrin on the bottom, so we're not scratching the nice brass, and I'm going to do a piece here on the top. Hopefully, my big head in the way, we'll have success. Get stuff lined up here. Of course the handle's not going to be right. Let's see if it'll work. Looks like we're going to go down right, I think. Yep, looks like sweet. And we are almost there. Alright, cool. Check it out. So it's going to sit just like that on somebody's desk. The business cards go in there, and if you want, you can advertise me, which is pretty cool. Okay, sweet. Came together nice, and we don't need Loctite. The joints look nice and perfect where they come together. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let me try it like that. I'll do it this way better. Nice. Alright, let me bang out the other 5, and I'll meet you over at the welding table. Well, there you go guys, all assembled and wrapped up. So, came out pretty cool, as you can see. functional, a little bit of bling, you know. And then, you know, if somebody wants to advertise my YouTube channel and my side business, they can, you know, have the engraving sticking out in front. So all in all, pretty happy with it. You know, unfortunately the stock was kind of mishandled and rough-housed, so I did the best I could. You know, I filed down the big dings and the digs the best I could, and then used green Scotch-Brite and then gray Scotch-Brite, and then of course we buffed them. You saw that. So I, you know, got out about 90% of the handling marks, but there's still some that have a couple of spots. So not perfect, but you know, it gives it character. So I am going to keep 3 of them, and I am going to sell 3 of them. So if you're interested in having one of these business holders sitting on your desk or in your workshop, or if you just want to support the channel and buy one, that'd be great. I'm gonna sell them at $25 each. That includes shipping, and that's in the continental United States. If you live outside of the United States, I'll still be glad to send you one, but then you'll just have to pick up the extra, you know, shipping costs and duty fees and whatever, you know, customs costs or whatever gets tagged onto it. So if you're interested, send me an email. I'll take PayPal, money order, check, cash, and if they don't sell, then I'm gonna put them on eBay for 30 bucks. So I'll give you guys a shot, you know, $5 cheaper. So I hope you like this little brass project. It was fun, something to do. I just kind of thought it up, you know, so I can sit it on my desk, and then like I said, I'm gonna give a couple to my friends so they can put them on their desks at work. And if you like this stuff, hey, give me a thumbs up. If you're a viewer and not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button down there. I appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you for another video. Take care.